Ooh, looking good. Oh yeah, Steve's here. Welcome back to Chattin with the Champ, ladies and gentlemen. We are here with the owner and proprietor of B Block's finest, Steve Lobley. Steve, what's up, buddy?
Not much. Just look forward to start the fantasy year.
Yeah. Like I see you got on what the Eagles shirt,
yeah.
taking a shit in a Cowboys hat.
Got a Cowboys hat with a Giants stool and some Washington Redskins toilet paper.
Yeah, it sucks we're coming in last this year, but I like it.
This was pre-Washington football team.
Yeah. So, all right, man. Let's go into it. 2020.
2020.
What happened?
It was a solid year. You know?
Yeah. From I guess a number standpoint, you won the division technically, right? You got the bye.
I won the division.
The three-way 8-5 tie between yourself, Charlie, and Jake.
Yep. And then second week of the playoffs, Derek Carr got hurt in the first play, and I lost.
It's a recurring theme with you.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
I was while you were watching Charlie's interview.
Yeah.
I was looking at the numbers.
All right.
You are one game behind Jake, all time. You are third most wins all time. No playoff wins.
0.
What's going on with that?
My team just stinks in the playoffs. What can I do? I can't play for them.
I mean, you might have to.
I mean, I could always get the most athletic person I know to come in and play, but...
God. Yeah, for those that don't know, we ran into the most dominant athlete at Montesini's today. You, myself, and Matt went out for lunch and won the legendary Johnny Maselko made an appearance, you know, getting back into jiu-jitsu shape. Like, pretty soon I'm pretty sure he's going to make a run at the... next Summer Olympics, the 2024 Olympics in Paris.
Yep.
Expect to see him there.
Yep.
But enough about that guy.
Yeah, that guy stinks.
Back to you. So you had an interesting year last year.
Yeah, I did.
I mean, like,
I draft well every year.
Yeah, you do. You do. You panic draft, but you do draft well. Like
I sweat, but I still know how to draft.
Yeah, unlike Brian. So I mean, that's good.
True.
That's good. You don't draft anyone that's already on someone else's team.
Yeah, one of them was already on my team.
Oh, that's right, DJ Moore.
Yeah.
Oh, that trade that we discussed with Charlie.
Yeah. It wasn't a bad trade.
He got you pretty good.
He didn't. James Conner was doing well for me the entire year until we got close to the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. That's when it mattered.
Yeah.
He got hurt again.
I had Benny Snell.
That
offensive line in Pittsburgh has gotten weak.
Oh, it's not good.
Yeah. They love running the ball too, so it's like...
It's not good. Yeah, honestly, I think if Najee succeeds, it'll be by volume and volume alone.
Yeah. Which is any Pittsburgh running back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I mean...
At this point.
True. I mean, Lev kind of did look great when
they had a good offensive line. Yeah.
But speaking of just fading, your team.
Yeah.
So, you get the bye, you're feeling good, and then Charlie.
Yeah, no, Charlie stinks.
Yeah, that was his first winning season, his first playoff appearance.
Yep.
Ever. Yeah. And he's gone on record and said several things.
Charlie can talk all he wants. The guy had one good year. Congratulations, Char. Other than that, you're a bum. You'll never make the playoffs again. I'll see you in the next 6 years before you make the playoffs again.
So are you calling a playoff a 21 playoff appearance?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, 100%. I'm calling a 2027 playoff appearance for Charlie.
But I mean, like, you were the man who ended the streak.
Yeah.
That was you. I hit you with everything but a kitchen sink. And that fucking Travis Kelce motherfucker. Taysom Hill in my tight end spot. I blocked you on Big Ben.
Dalvin Cook went off that week. I think he had like close to 50 points that week.
Speaking of that guy, the rumors and innuendo abound that Dalvin Cook is making a return appearance, if all things go expected, to B Block's finest.
100%.
That's your man?
Dalvin Cook is the second overall pick this year.
I mean, it's looking that way.
It's going one of two ways for me. I'm the second overall pick, so if I get CMC or Dalvin Cook, I'm not going to complain either way.
You're laying your cards on the table. Yeah, no point in smoke screen when everybody knows what you're gonna do, right?
There's no point.
Who am I going to draft? Who am I going to draft?
There's like 1 of 6 guys I might take it to. If that makes you feel any better.
So speaking of, how do you see the draft going? You feel obviously you feel good about the 2 spot, right?
Yeah, I mean,
who wouldn't?
Yeah, I feel
you want to trade
2 spot? No.
I'll give you the 11th and
the 4th round pick. You told me, right?
Yeah. You can have my 4th, whoever it is, for free.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
All right. So how do you feel about that? Well, how do you see the draft go? Really? I mean, you feel good about the second.
Yeah, I like the second spot, but at the same time, I mean, how do I see the draft going? I see a lot of running backs.
Mm-hmm.
We love running backs.
Running back.
I think I said earlier I could see like
14.
I think it was 14, 15 running backs in the first 2 rounds.
Through the
Out of
first
24 picks. Yeah, I could see something like that. Maybe more. There could be more. We love running backs.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Who doesn't? Well, speaking of that, who are you? You don't have to answer this. Who are you hoping for? Are you hoping for anyone to like make it back to you on that turn, or
Like a running back?
Yeah.
Nah, there's no specific.
I mean, I think you're gonna have your pick of pretty much
there's
every
a
wide
lot
receiver
of,
not named Devontae,
Yeah, there's
Tyreek,
there's like a
and
tier of
maybe
running backs.
Stephon Diggs.
There's like a second tier of running backs that I wouldn't mind as my RB2, but I don't plan on reaching for any of them if there's a receiver out there that I think's better.
And I mean, we were discussing this off camera, like the teams you're drafting around. You got Foster in front of you, Bride behind you. I mean does that affect your strategy at all? Like, is there any concern?
I mean, as long as Brian don't take any of the players I already picked, then I'll be all right. But Foster's going to take 2 receivers in the second and third because he's going to go receiver probably.
Yeah, I hear Juju might be the
Juju's
first overall pick again, actually.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. You wouldn't be able to keep the name if you don't go Juju right away.
Well, he's the Polska Mafia now. So, with a
Foster beer can. I like it. It's impressive.
It's a dented can, just like his team. Dented. So, so no concern. Like, your strategy's pretty much going to be what it always is.
Yeah, in a sense. Like, I don't plan on... I ain't going to get Travis Kelce, obviously, so I'm not going no tight end early.
I'll trade him to you.
You ain't getting him.
I'm not going to get him?
Nope.
Is that an inside source?
Nah.
I'm passing, or someone's taking him before me?
Someone's taking him before you. I just feel it.
Ooh.
I just feel it.
That's a call. It's a call. Do you know something I don't know?
I don't know anything you don't know, but this is just me taking a guess.
All right. Okay.
I mean, if you don't go, I don't know. We'll see.
I guess
he's going. I guess he's not you. I guess he's going around your spot, right? Like 11th overall.
Yeah, I think the earliest you really see him is like the 8th, 9th spot, and I don't think.
I could see him going that early.
I don't think.
We have players in our league that like to play 2 tight ends.
Who are you talking about?
Jake. Jake loves the 2 tight end play.
Speaking of Jake, he was taking shots at you the other day.
Yeah, Jake takes
Send out a reminder that you've never won a playoff game, just out of nowhere. That was like a Tuesday afternoon.
Jake's like the Cowboys of the 90s. He lives in the past.
Well, I mean, he was in the playoffs last year, right? He also ran in the buzzsaw
The
that
Cowboys
is
have been
Charlotte.
in the playoffs since the 90s, but they haven't won anything. I haven't won anything yet, but this is my year.
I feel like we've heard that before, but I like the call out. You're not going anywhere, baby. Don't worry about that. So you're calling your shot. Let's get into the East a little bit now. How do you see the East actually playing now? Obviously, you're going to make the playoffs.
I mean, the East has some competitive players.
Care to name any names, or?
Yeah, me. That's about it.
Oh yeah,
That sums it up.
So you got a free spot. Okay, so who are the other 2 that you see just falling into?
I can see Matt making the playoffs this year. He is in every other year.
Every other year guy. So you think the
me and Matt are going to make the playoffs again for the first time.
It holds true.
I think so, but I'm going to make it this year, so Matt doesn't think our little pattern keeps going.
So the pattern is he misses, you make.
Yeah.
Has it been that? It's been that way.
Every year. Yep. We've never been in the playoffs at the same time.
You, Matt. You.
Yep. Exactly. And so Matt's saying it's this year. And then the third spot, I mean, I could see it between Jake and Brian, maybe. Because
Jake and Brian?
Yeah, we all know Tom's not very good at fantasy football. Fantasy pros doesn't help. And then you got Charlie, who
Well, yeah, Fantasy Pros really doesn't run your team for you during the year.
Yeah. I mean, injuries, Tom, everybody got hurt on Tom's team, according to Tom. Nobody else dealt with injuries.
Yeah, no, I've never bought that argument.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, literally everybody had an injury. It's just your way to...
We all had them,
You got to deal with it. But speaking of Tom, how long do you think it's going to take him to make his picks now that he's got to run the board, too?
Between smoke breaks... I'm saying this.
We got to put him on a pitch count,
6
right?
hours.
We got to put him on a pitch count.
100%.
Right? Yeah, like,
You can't have Tom running back and forth on that.
I mean, maybe he takes more than 5 minutes. We let the East pick his next player.
Maybe his boy Jake fills in for him when he's on a smoke break because he never got punished for finishing in last place either.
Well, he wormed his way out of that because Alex left and came back, right? That's what happened there.
Oh, he's snaking around. Jake the Snake.
Purple Cobras, baby. That's them. That's them. Well, speaking of the Purple Cobras, how is Jake going to react without having his average Joe's team around to beat up on? New brand, new records, right?
Yeah, sure. You want to say that? Everyone's still going to beat up on them.
So you're not excited for the average Joe's rebrand?
Name reveal?
Yeah.
Not at all. Not in the slightest. New name. Nothing's changed.
Well, Tom has a pretty good pick this year, too, right? He's got 4.
Yeah, he's got a fourth pick. Didn't he have a top pick last year? He got Saquon, right?
Yeah, he's a perennial,
He's a perennial loser.
Yeah, he gets a good draft ball every year.
He's got the 4th pick. He definitely had a top 3 pick last year.
So, so let's get serious, instead of, trashing everybody for a minute. So, you said that you always draft a good team. Tom, using him as an example, always has a decent position. How important do you think the draft is to success year long?
I mean, the draft is the start of the year. I think it's pretty important to have a solid team.
Mm-hmm.
Draft-wise, have maybe a good bench to make some moves, put pieces together if you need them. I mean, the draft, you don't win on draft day, but draft is definitely an important part.
Well, okay, what I'm trying to get... but if you have a good draft, is that enough?
No,
that's what I'm saying.
It's clearly not enough. I went 11-2 with a drafted team and lost in the first round of the playoffs. Yet again.
That was what, 3 years ago?
I think it was 3 years ago.
That's rough, buddy.
I had a really well drafted team.
That's rough, buddy.
I think I had RB1.
Okay, so would you say that you are fairly you pretty much sat on that team all year, right? You didn't really do anything.
I made 1 or 2 trades.
Are you going to change anything up, this year?
If I have to make trades, I will, but I'm not going to.
You're not going out of your way to see it. Okay.
If I need a position, I will search for it, but other than that, I'm not going to try to go out of my way to make the team.
So you're pretty much be confident in your draft, address holes as needed.
Yeah, I messed up last year. I think I traded David Montgomery for Amari Cooper, and then at the end of the year, David Montgomery started going off.
Yeah, David Montgomery had a really strong end to the season.
Yeah, and Amari Cooper stunk.
Well, that was more on Dak getting hurt than I think Amari.
Yeah,
I mean, you couldn't have seen that coming. But who did you make that trade with?
Tom. Trade with Tom. Tom's RB2 was I don't think there's anyone. I don't even know if he had an RB2. And I needed to definitely better my wide receiver. I think Chase Claypool was my wide receiver too at that point.
So would it have been nice to hang on to DJ Moore?
Nah. I mean, I had DJ Moore. I don't even know who my other wide receiver was.
A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown, that was good. I had A.J. Brown, Chase Claypool, but then my 3 running backs were James Conner, Dalvin Cook, and David Montgomery. I was fine with that. James Conner was having a solid year, and then near the end of the year, that offensive line couldn't get any holes for him.
Now he's the backup on the Cardinals.
I mean, he's probably going to be splitting, but does that really matter?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's going to be a good offense, but
they'll be throwing a lot.
Yeah, and I think Kyler's going to
take some
vulture a lot of stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
So, but all right. So you're pretty much tried and true. You're confident in the process. You're just waiting for the results to match.
This year.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This year. Sure. I mean, I like the confidence.
Right.
I do. I do. I don't begrudge anyone for trying to win. You know, you got to do what you got to do. But all right, so who are you beating in the championship game? Since you're gonna win,
I'm gonna beat Alex in the championship.
Alex.
Yep.
That. All right, let's talk about the West for a second. That's how you see it shaking out, Alex.
Alex.
How?
Because you're too confident. You're not even gonna make the playoffs this year.
Hard to disagree. That's very rude.
You got the commission, Jose, are both good owners. You're a good owner too, but you're just overconfident this year. I just see it going badly for you. Alex had a decent year last year, right?
He was like
8-5, I think.
Maybe. Yeah. All I know is he was several games behind me, and I swept him in the regular season, as usual.
I didn't play him in the regular season.
Yeah. I mean, Alex. I'm like, listen. I could Joe or Jose. I get shit.
So you think that's the only good owners in the West?
Well, no. I didn't say that. I just think I'm better than all of them.
Not Alex. I'm saying me and Alex in the championship this year. I gave you the second
so
overall pick.
I'm not making it, and then it's going to be Alex, Joe, and Jose.
Yeah.
And Alex, who's got the bye? How's it shaking out? Come on.
Joe's going to get the bye.
Joe will get the bye.
Joe's gonna get the
Choke
bye.
again. Is that what you're saying?
He's not going to choke. He's going to. Well, yeah. I guess he's going to lose the first playoff game.
Yeah. I mean, he would have to if he got the bye. He would get
he
one.
won a playoff game last year. Didn't
He got his first one. Yeah, he broke the tie between you and him.
Yeah. I mean, there's other people that don't have any playoff wins.
Yeah, but those teams aren't good franchises. I feel.
Neither
like.
is Charlie, and he has 2 playoff wins.
So all right, so Alex will beat Jose. The Alex Jose beat was firing up last year. That was getting
I mean,
I was getting
anybody can
something.
really get into it with Alex. That guy, he talks a lot. That's why I think it'd be a fun championship, just to hear him chat all week and then just crush his dreams.
Just let him chirp.
Yeah. Let him
So you
chirp away.
got Alex Jose in the first round. Alex upsets Jose.
And then-
Joe comes off the bye. He beats Joe in a
Yep.
reversal. Gets his little revenge from last year.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
Joe
Joe beat him
spanked
last
Alex
year.
in the first round.
Yep.
All right. I mean, I've heard.
Crazier things.
Yeah, but that take is still wildly wrong. I mean, Alex in the championship game, that's ridiculous. I mean, you might
Shout
as well
out to
just
the greats.
you might as well fucking just tell me, somebody other than Johnny Maselko is the most dominant athlete of all time. Like, ridiculous. Absolutely
I
ridiculous.
love that man.
That makes one of us. So you're calling your win. I mean, you've done this before, but like, why? Why do you think this is your year? Dalvin's just going to take you to the promised land?
I'm not saying it's because of Dalvin.
I mean, he don't
I'm
hurt.
ready
right?
to go. I mean,
ready to
Dalvin
go?
don't hurt. I'm ready to go. Taking the league serious this year. I'm taking it serious every year.
I was gonna ask. What does
but-
that mean?
I take it serious every year. It's just this year is going to be different. I know it is. I'm coming in wanting revenge on everyone.
You sound like the gambling addict who's like, this is the winner as they're scratching off that scratch off, and it's
It's never the winner.
maybe $5. What's
Alright.
that?
Well, this year's going to be a little bit bigger than that.
It was a $20 ticket, though. Is what I'm saying.
All right.
Yeah, like
Nah, I'm winning this year. I ain't worried about it. You're going to see my name on that plaque next year. On that
I don't
trophy.
see your name over there. Just
You will. You will.
Personally, Steve, I think this is the closest you're ever going to get to my trophy, but
It's not your trophy.
it is. But honestly, personally, if anyone in the East were to win, I would want it to be you.
Appreciate it.
I think you've been pathetic enough for a long time, and you need this. I think you need it to keep going.
All right. All right.
I'm sorry. This hasn't been an interview. This has just been me arguing with you. So, all right, let's get back on track. Like we covered. So, the trades. So you regretted the David Montgomery trade.
I did.
You don't regret the DJ Moore trade.
No, I don't.
What the Tunyon trade that you and I made? I think you only made 3 trades all year, right? Because you and Jose failed to come to an agreement on Madison for Murray, correct?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, Jose didn't want to do it. He was being a bit of an asshole. He had Kamara. I had Cook. He didn't want to swap backups.
But didn't he approach? Didn't one of you approach the other one earlier in the year, and then one of you declined it?
I'm pretty sure it was Jose that declined it because I think he agreed to it at one point, And he was like, no, I think I'm going to keep him just in case Cook gets hurt again. So he was wishing for an injury.
I mean, he's
I don't
ruthless.
wish for injuries.
No, it's some people see it as lowbrow, but you know,
It
a
didn't
win's a
happen.
win. A win's a win.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
no,
I had to
it turned out not mattering,
I
right?
mean, I had to play Lusavius one week, and I'm pretty sure he rushed for like 150 yards and 2 touchdowns that week.
Yeah, every time I trade that far, he's on my team every year. I trade him away, he burns me every fucking time.
And then Bobby Tanya did nothing for you.
Nah, he had a couple good games,
He
but
finished like top 10 tight ends, right?
yeah, that don't mean nothing though. Once you get past like top 3, like it don't matter.
Should get past Travis Kelsey, doesn't really matter.
Well, I mean Waller
Yeah.
had a good year.
Yeah, Kelsey did too until he got hurt.
Yeah,
Or
Kittle,
not Kelsey,
Kittle got hurt, so
Yeah.
Kittle didn't really finish. Although I started Kittle in the championship game because the aforementioned
Yeah, they dropped him.
former average Joe's Gymnasium dropped him despite us
You
having an
played him in
IR
the
spot.
championship?
Yeah, I picked him up and played him in the championship.
Nice. I know you
He dropped 11 on Charlie.
Loser.
So all right, so like it sounds like you and Charlie are gonna be a headlining beef going into this year.
Guy talks mad shit.
I mean, a lot of people do in our league. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
You know, we're probably 2 of the biggest shit talkers. We're definitely a top 5.
I mean, there's
Yeah,
only probably
I mean,
5 people that
Yeah,
talk shit.
yeah,
in the
yeah,
league.
yeah. Fair point. But okay, so like, who do you think's going to be the biggest rivalries this year? What do you think? Like, you can use the same person
The
the
rivalry
most.
I'm looking
more,
forward to the most
more than once.
is Alex and Foster.
Alex and Foster.
I hear good things.
I
I've
can
never witnessed it.
confirm off the fantasy football field there is a mutual dislike.
Yeah, I've never
Yeah.
witnessed it. I've heard some stories. I'm looking forward
They
to
used
the
to throw down back in the day.
Yeah, I've heard. So I'm looking forward to it. Draft day, I'm waiting to hear some fireworks.
I mean, when Foster was added to the group chat again, did you catch Alex's response?
I think I remember.
He
I
said,
don't remember
"Ooh,
exactly.
another bug."
I don't know. I don't remember seeing that. I do remember some trash talk between the two, but other than that, I don't really remember.
Yeah,
what was
that's
said.
all right. So, is there any others? Just Alex and Foster?
They're the one I'm looking forward
Anyone
to
in the
most.
East? You and Charlie and Tom?
Nah,
you and
me,
Jake?
Me and Charlie really don't have a beef. It's just a little bickering back and forth.
It's not a beef. You don't think that's a beef?
I mean, nah, there can't be a beef when you make the playoffs once in 6 years. I'm not worried about.
So
Charlie.
he doesn't matter.
No, he doesn't matter. I don't think there's really any. I mean, the only real beef I see in the East is Jake and Tom, maybe. Them two get into it.
Well, but yeah, we.
I mean, they're buddy.
I mean,
but-
you talk about like when a team doesn't matter. Like, does Jake think Tom matters? Tom is ahead of Charlie all time in wins by 1 because of a tie.
Is that true?
Yes,
Has Tom ever made the playoffs?
I believe once,
Once.
2 or 3 years ago, and
Okay.
he did not win.
Not surprising.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know if they qualify as like a premier rivalry if it's
I mean, I wouldn't
one-sided
call it-
in
I
Jake's
don't really-
favor.
What's the most premier rivalry we have? I don't really see
I think
one.
it's changed year over year. I think me and Jake were
You and Jake
for
are
a
probably
while,
the
but
top
like
ones.
we're not in the same division, so we don't really.
You still.
I don't
you
really
have your
care. He just
personal
annoys
text.
me. I just don't care about him.
You guys have your personal text.
I hate Alex, but I think everybody does.
I don't hate Alex. I like Alex.
You're not related to him.
Sure. Thank God.
I think Charlie and Tom. I think it's it's kind of embered down a little bit. I think if you get in I would love to see them both
In the playoffs.
be
against
good
each
at the same time,
other. I've never seen
just to see how that would go. Because that's, I mean, last year Tom kind of big brother Charlie. I think Tom went 2-0 against Charlie.
it. Really?
Yeah, because I remember when we were watching the game, Tom was talking mad shit to Charlie, and Charlie wasn't saying anything.
Was it week 1 they played? Well,
No, I
feel
play.
like we were here.
I beat Charlie week 1.
We were here when Saquon got hurt, I think.
I beat Charlie week 1.
Yeah.
So no, it was not.
It wasn't.
It was
that
not week
yeah.
1.
All right. Yeah, I mean they have a good beef, but last year they didn't really talk too much shit to each other.
I would like to see you and Matt get a beef,
There's no beef in
or
that.
you and Bry or something.
There's no beef in
You gotta
LeBron.
find your dance partner over there.
There's no beef with Brian or Ben in the East.
Brian will talk. I mean, he won't make any sense, but he'll talk. I mean, he legitimately tried telling everyone an arm wrestler was the most dominant athlete of all time.
He hasn't lost in 30 years. It's pretty dominant. Okay.
fucking arm wrestler. What is that guy on?
Steroids.
No, not the arm wrestler. No.
You're talking about Brian. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would like to see. I would love it if like Brock were to just start trashing me. That'd be awesome.
Brock or Matt Brock.
Or Jose. Well, no, it was Jose. Dude, Jose and Alex were getting into it too. I think Alex might be the most hated person in the league.
I feel
The
like
draw?
I am.
No, definitely. No, you get a lot of shit from Jake.
I get a lot of shit from Jake, Charlie, you. That's about it.
Well, I mean,
actually.
every time you perk up, I gotta smack you around a little bit, remind you of your place.
Yeah.
But like Jake, I think Jake is just like your dad in the league.
Jake ain't no
He
good
like
dad.
he's your and Tom's dad.
Jake's a bitch.
Dude,
He can't handle us.
Jake's a bitch. I mean, I'd love it if you would respond with that in a group chat when he calls you out.
Don't sit there and take Jake's shit.
Steve, I gotta be honest. I see it the other way. Like, listen, nobody hates Jake more than me, so I really wish you would stand up for yourself. But when he sends out reminders, Steve has never won a playoff game, and you just
I was driving to
you
fucking
don't
South
do
Carolina.
anything. All right, listen, I don't normally like to blow people up, but you and I had a side conversation, and you said you were gonna get back to him, and you never did.
I was enjoying family time.
Well, family time's over, Steve. It's fantasy
I'm
time.
pretty sure I talked some shit today.
It's fantasy time. Oh, I hope so. Because I'm definitely going to be bringing this up when I interview that guy.
You can bring it up.
And, you know, I'm
We're
sure.
going to have the same old Jake interview. I don't know how to draft outside of number 1 overall. I'm going to take 2 tight ends in the first 6 rounds. So.
Man, he had the same record as you, didn't
He did.
he? East was a dogfight last year.
Yeah, it was.
An absolute dogfight.
Nah, I don't think it was at the end of the year. I think it was just me, Jake, and Charlie.
Yeah, that's what I mean, though. But the three just finished with the same record.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, like, you know, guys like Tom and Brian will never matter again. But
They might have a fluke year here and there.
I think Brian had his, and maybe Tom will get his. Hopefully.
Probably not.
No, probably not. But, all right. Anything else? Any shout-outs? Any comments you'd like to make? Would you like to respond to anything that's been
I
said?
don't got no responses to anything.
Okay.
Just going to say the Malone is mine this year.
It's mine. But
The 2021 champ. You're looking at him. Enjoy it, guys.
Steve, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.